Brokers, team leaders, what do you do when you have an agent, one of your top agents that walks into your office and they say, I need a 90-10 split or I'm leaving, I'm out the door. Matter of fact, I need to be on 100% and I'll give you a flat fee. Otherwise I'm leaving, right? I'm out the door. Such and such offered me a better deal down the street. And if you don't match that, I am going to take it. What do you do in that scenario when you're in that position? If your gut reaction is to negotiate or your gut reaction is to start compromising, guess what? This video is for you. I'm going to show you one of the top strategies that we coach and that we teach our teams here at EXP when it comes to having those tough conversations, those negotiations about their team split. Check this out.
Why is transparency really important? I don't know. I think it'll help you when you're negotiating with an agent on splits, because I love sitting with agents, or as I'm coaching people, I'm doing calls in front of people or demonstrating the interview. You know, it gets down to the money and people are wanting to negotiate money with me. I say, well, you know, here's one of the things with money. You realize that you're making 2.5 times what I'm making.
Is this your team or is this your daddy's team?
Yours.
Mm-hmm. Get on the bus.
See, on a really, really good year, I'll be really, really fortunate to make 20%. That's like the elite of the elite operators, but I'm operating around 10, 11, 12% of top line gross. See, but what you're going to do is you're going to make a minimum 50% on my company leads and 70% on your sphere of influence.
Wow. Wow, that is so good. And so obviously my team leaders, my broker owners, you know that, you feel this every day. You realize the fact that, man, I've got to pay my payroll. I've got to pay for this building, this facility. I got to pay for the coffee and the coffee filters, and then the toilet paper after they're done with the coffee and the coffee filters, right? Then I got to pay for, everything in this place I got to pay for. And guess what? That's whether your agent sells a deal or not. You still have to pay. So in other words, you're paying 100% of the expenses, and then you may get to keep. And by the way, most of the teams and brokerages I talk to, unfortunately, aren't operating at 20% profit margin, aren't operating at 10% profit margin. I know some people in the chat, don't say who you are, but you know who you are, right? They're on way less than maybe 10% profit margin, sometimes even struggling to make any profit at all. And so keep that in mind, right? What kind of business are we running when you have a team member or you have someone that joins or that wants to start renegotiating on what you've already agreed upon? So think about that.
No matter whether we sell homes or not, I'm going to write the $100,000 check for all the expenses on February 1, or the $250,000 check, which some of my clients have, or $300,000, or the $50,000 or the $30,000 check. And so really what I've got a responsibility to do is demonstrate to you. See, I started investing in your career many years ago before you even joined us. And I did that by investing in building the brand, building our database, and building our systems and building our training, so that you can be like Susie over here, who came over from another company, was doing 10 sales a year, and now she does 30. Could you see that happening for you? How would it feel if that happened for you? What do you think would get in the way? Well, let's move forward. Well, no. Oh, I apologize. The only thing that holds people back is a lack of information, because I did demonstrate. Did you see how you could do more business by joining? Yes, I did see that. Okay, good. Well, then my apology. I didn't do my job. Let's go back and revisit. Instead of this objection handling selling. See, I don't think that, I don't know, objections are pretty interesting. And it's a language you use a lot. You'll see me use it a lot. But see, I just think it's an objections.
I love that. No, and that's so good. Obviously, shout out to Jon Cheplak. He coaches our teams a lot of the time. And so if you're not already following his stuff, I'll got a link down here in the description where you can reach out to Jon, obviously, and his stuff is just incredible. Also, by the way, all of this stuff is coming from our EXP University. We have Team Mastery series where we bring in incredible coaches, incredible team leaders like the incredible Jon Cheplak, and there's so many others. We've had John Maxwell come. We've had so many. We've had Tom Ferry. I can go on and on, right? It's a smorgasbord of the best coaches that come to coach our teams, which is why they're so successful and why they're so productive. So all that to say, I'm not selling anything, but just stay tuned. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be dropping some of the jewels that come out of all this training and all this cool stuff that we're doing every single day to help our teams, to help our brokerages. And by the way, we're just giving it away. And so like if you're at another team or another brokerage, that's cool. You can steal some of this stuff and hopefully it helps you grow your business. That's what we're here to do. And then and maybe at some point we get to work together, who knows? But right now I want you to deploy this strategy the very next time you have that agent that comes into your office and they make that demand on what their split should be, or they try to get you to negotiate on what it is that you are building. And so remember that. So hope that helps. We'll see y'all next time.
Who your daddy, Gary?